Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko doubles dreams come to an end after squandering 3 match points in third-set drama at Qatar Open. It was a new doubles partnership on court in the Qatar Open, with Coco Gauff and Victoria Mboko joining forces as they looked to partner each other on court. Their camaraderie lasted just 1 match, however, losing in a titanic clash against Cristina Buxa and Nicole Mellicher Martinez 4-6, 6-4, 11-9. Hence the close scoreline. They did have chances for the match but were unable to take them. This doubles partnership was not something planned to occur. Both players had ambitions to compete in the doubles, but their original partners were absent from the Middle East. So instead, they killed 2 birds with 1 stone and went with one another to make a youthful and exciting partnership. Mboko's time in doubles has been limited compared to her more senior colleague. She did team up with Iva Jovic in the doubles at the Australian Open, failing to take 3 match points in a tough second-round defeat. Similar events would play out today. As for Gauff, she is a former doubles Grand Slam champion, taking home the 2024 French Open title with Katerina Siniakova. She also made the 2021 US Open final with Catherine McNally and the 2022 Roland Garros final with Jessica Pegula, but they ended in defeats. A former doubles number 1, the 21-year-old has put her double expertise to one side as she focused solely on singles action over these past couple of years. However, the spark is still there to compete with a fellow tennis player on the same side of the court, and that was what happened in Doha. Gauff and Mboko blow their chance. The solidarity between the pair seemed good from the off. They went a break-up before being pegged back. The first set stayed on serve until Gauff and Mboko went 5-4 up, with a second break enough for them to clinch the first set and fire them in front. It was breaks galore at the start of the second set, with Buxa and Mellicher Martinez sneaking ahead. After another exchange of breaks late on in the set, the Spaniard and American were able to see it through with a final set tiebreak needed to split the 2 teams on court. Gauff and Mboko were the faster out of the blocks, racing into a 5-2 lead. They were pipped back with the scores level at 6-6. The tension was very high, but it seemed that Gauff and Mboko had it under wraps as they won 3 points in a row to set them up with a trio of match points. These were all wasted by the pair, and they would not get another sniff. Buxa and Mellicher Martinez fought their way back, winning 5 points on the bounce to see out a resilient comeback win and leave Gauff and Mboko to think what could have been. Singles focus for pair. While they would have liked to have gone deep in the doubles event, the singles tournament was always the main thing on both of their minds. Out of all the WTA 1000 tournaments, this is Gauff's worst performing one in recent times, having failed to win in her past 2 tournaments. A best result of a quarterfinal on debut in 2022 has never been close to being matched. She will take on Hobart International champion Elisabetta Cacciaretto in her opening round match, hoping to keep down her recent serving and forehand issues that could cost her. For Mboko, this tournament is all new to her. She is already off the board with a triumph, taking down Marie Bouzkova in convincing fashion, coming through a tight first set before winning the final 6 games of the match to cement her spot in the second round. Up next for the 10th seed is Russian qualifier Vera Zvonareva. The former world number 2 and 2-time Grand Slam finalist produced a seismic upset against Peyton Stearns in the opening round, and the Canadian will have to be at her best level to avoid any similar results going against the 41-year-old to reach a first-third round in a WTA 1000 tournament since her Canadian Open title run. Both matches will begin at around 12 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time on February 10. When a dream hangs in the balance, Gauff and Mboko's Doha doubles story. Doha, Qatar, where desert winds sweep across the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex and floodlit courts host some of the fiercest battles in tennis. A doubles dream found both its zenith and its unraveling on a dramatic Monday night at the 2026 Qatar Open. For Coco Gauff, the American phenom, 2-time Grand Slam champion, and one of the brightest stars in women's tennis, and Victoria Mboko, the rising Canadian talent brimming with promise, this night was meant to be a showcase of partnership, potential, and the magic that can happen when 2 players from different worlds unite on court. Instead, it became a lesson in resilience, heartbreak, and the razor-thin margins that separate victory from defeat. Point 1. A partnership born of opportunity and unlikely chemistry. When tennis fans first learned that Gauff and Mboko would pair up in Doha, reactions ranged from curiosity to excitement. Here was Gauff, already a global superstar, already a figure synonymous with athletic excellence and fierce competitiveness, partnering with Mboko, the lanky, powerful Canadian whose game was still blooming. This was not a duo forged by long history, habitual training sessions, or a shared doubles resume. This was a partnership born in the crucible of circumstance, opportunity, and the audacity to hope. Some saw logic in this cross-border pairing. Gauff's blistering ground strokes, athletic court coverage, and growing doubles acumen seemed to complement Mboko's booming serves and heavy forehand. Others wondered whether their contrasting experiences, Gauff's seasoned poise and Mboko's youthful exuberance, might clash under pressure. Yet for a moment, before the match even began, the narrative was one of optimism. Two players with something to prove, stepping forward together into the spotlight. Point 2. The match, a marathon of tension and turnarounds. Their opening rounds saw them face the seasoned team of Cristina Buxa and Nicole Mellicer-Martinez, seeded and experienced on the WTA doubles circuit. From the outset, it was clear this would not be a routine affair. The scoreline, 4-6, 6-4, 1-1-9, reads like a tennis statistic, but numbers rarely tell the whole story. Beneath those digits lay ebbs and flows of momentum, moments of brilliance, and instances of crushing self-doubt. First set. Wake-up call. The first set belonged to Buxa and Mellicer-Martinez. Their communication was crisp, their poaching sharp. Gauff and Mboko fought valiantly, but early breaks and missed opportunities meant they trailed. It was a set where the taller shadows of expectation loomed large, and the pressure of representing something new and exciting weighed heavily. They lost 4-6, and as they walked off the court, the question was less about skill and more about whether they could summon the mental strength to bounce back. Second set, a fight back ignited and bounce back they did. There was a shift, subtle at first. A clever volley from Mboko. A booming serve from Gauff. The crowd leaned in. Slowly but surely, momentum murmured in their favor. With every hold of serve and every unforced error saved, the duo grew more confident. The second set ultimately mirrored the tension of the first, but with reversed roles. Gauff and Mboko won it 6-4, setting the stage for an electrifying deciding super tiebreak. The tiebreak, where dreams hang on a serve in doubles. The super tiebreak, first to 10 points,